Namaskar, friends. This is Shekhar Mayanil coming up with the second episode of Yogic Neurosciences in Hanuman Chalisa. So, with the blessings of Lord Ganesh Ji and infinite grace of Hanuman Ji Maharaj, I am going to start this presentation today. So today I will need to share with you few slides. So bear with me on that. Today it will not be extempores because I need to explain few things. So I'm going to be using slides. So let me share the screen with you. And this is the screen. Here share. And okay. So this is our second episode. And let me keep this up here. Okay. So in last time, what we discussed was we arrived at a conclusion that Hanumanji is our breath, right? We did that. Now, today, and we also ended up with these questions, whether I'm chanting Hanuman Chalisa for so many years, but I have not accomplished everything as Tulsidaji claimed in his declaration. You would say that Jo yah pade Hanuman Chalisa hoye siddhi sakhi gorisa. So he said that whosoever reads Hanuman Chalisa, remember that, reads Hanuman Chalisa, to him everything is accomplished. He can accomplish everything. And what's the proof? Sakshi is our um, Lord Shiva. He is the Sakshi. He has seen this happen. So second question is, am I doing it right or not? The way I'm chanting Hanuman Chalisa, is it the right way? Or if I'm not getting the same results as Tulsidaji and Lord Shiva is witness to, Tulsidaji has said that, and Lord Shiva is witness to that. If I'm not getting that result, which means that I am doing something maybe not right. So let's find out. And it was there, Jo yah padhe Hanuman Chalisa hoye siddhi sakhi gorisa. So is my constant awareness, Ram, tumre bhajan Ram ko pave. Tumre bhajan Ram ko pave means if you constantly be aware of your breath, tumre means Hanumanji or the breath, then that leads me to Lord Ram, or leads me to Ram, or the consciousness actually, unmanifest consciousness, which is, and how are these three things linked together? The breath, the consciousness, and accomplishing things. How are these things together? So, tumre bhajan Ram ko pave, which means that which pervades, the Ram means that which pervades everything, right? The unmanifest consciousness, or the very source of the substratum. Now, when you align vibrationally, remember this is very important thing to understand this. When you align vibrationally to that unmanifest consciousness, then only you become the co-creator. Last time we addressed this issue. So somebody may say that, well, consciousness is everywhere, so why am I not manifesting it? So I am always there with consciousness. What is this vibrational alignment? So what vibrational alignment means, that you are vibrating at the same frequency as that of consciousness. Even though consciousness is present everywhere, but we cannot take help or benefit from that, because unmanifest consciousness has no desire to create, but it has the creative powers. And we humans have all the desires, but no creative power. So the transfer of creative energies from consciousness to us is done only by resonance transfer of energies, when our vibrational frequency match that of the consciousness. So this is the secret here. So I'm going to be showing some very, very important slide. please make a screenshot of this and make few copies and put it everywhere, wherever you want. So this is the real secret of manifestation, and how what Shivji said, "Jo yaha padhe Hanuman Chalisa, hoye siddhi sakhi Gauri Sa." What must have Gauri Sa, means Shivji must have told people. If he was a guru or Sadguru teaching Hanuman Chalisa, what would he say? So he would say that there is an emotional feeling guidance scale where the highest vibrational frequency is that of consciousness. Okay. Now, how do you assess a person that he is vibrationally at a higher level of frequency? How do you adjust? How do you see that? One is he is extremely happy. Happiness is the first thing. Then he is very thankful. He is full of gratitude. He has attitude of gratitude, and he is full of joy and knowledge. And that gives him that empowerment. And he is full of love and appreciation for people. And he is enthused. He is very eager to do things. He is excited. Okay. So the positive expectation, belief, optimism, hopefulness, and contentment are the qualities of a person who is vibrationally almost close, just close, very much close to the consciousness. Okay. Whereas if you have, if you are sitting in this red zone, if you are in this red zone, boredom, pessimism, frustration, impatience, getting overwhelmed, disappointment, doubt, worry, blame, discouragement, anger, revenge, jealousy, hatred, all these fear, insecurity, unworthiness, guilt, these are the things which does not let you access or get that resonant transfer of the highest vibrational frequency of consciousness to you. It does not let you get that happen, because what happens is when you are in this frequencies, very very low frequency, it is almost like this is killing your brain, right? And that's where the death is of the lowest vibrational frequency. And life and enthusiasm and happiness and gratitude is the highest frequency. Okay. So this is the reason why we cannot get uh, become co-creator along with co-consciousness, along with consciousness. So what stops us from becoming a co-creator with the consciousness? It is, number one is the fear. Fear is the worst, because you saw that fear was at the last, the lowest of the low of vibrational frequency, and that is absolutely true, because fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. Because of fear, we do not take risks. Okay. And without taking risks, there is no accomplishment and no co-creation. So, and the mother of all fears is fear of death. So during the pandemic, you saw that fear of death was rampant. Everybody was fearful. Also, if I even shake hands, I might contact. If I hug somebody, I might die. So this was the fear. They were just distant apart. So that was what was that? What was that fear doing to us? I'll share some neuroscience aspect of it very briefly. In the brain, there is a small region. In the midbrain, there is a structure called hypothalamus. Okay. Now, hypothalamus senses fear. So, and when the fear is sensed by hypothalamus, then it releases some hormones known as corticotropin releasing hormone. And and that hormone goes and activates pituitary. In pituitary, there is another hormone which is released, which is called adrenocorticotropic hormone, which goes inside the bloodstream and triggers the cortisol release from adrenal cortex. Okay. Now, this is called HPA axis. Normally, it is functioning nicely. It has an auto shut-off mechanism. But when you are constantly bombarded with fear, then what happens? Then everything goes out of whack. First target of a cortisol increase is is fear, flight, and fight. Then there is another one which is impaired immune. So the target is immune system, so that our body does not fight the germs and the bacteria or whatever that are viruses and everything, right? So our body is an open invitation for all these, and they finally destroy us. And after that, what happens? Inflammation take place. So you must have experienced, some of us have experienced that. So during the exam, when we had a very tough exam or something like that, we always go to bathroom because there was some digestive situation going on here, right? So that causes the immune dysfunction, cardiac dysfunction, digestive dysfunction, and of course metabolic disorders, and rampant increase in neuropsychiatric disorders such as anxiety, depression, and of course neurodegenerative disorders. Pre-onset, early onset neurodegenerative disorders are on the rise right now. People are getting at a very early age Parkinson or Alzheimer disease symptoms, and it is very shocking to know that. Anyway, with Hanuman Chalisa, everything is gone. How it is gone, I'll just share with you. तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना. If you are the protector, why should there be any fear? And this is the reason why it is important that fear must be eradicated. How is fear eradicated? By Hanuman Chalisa, so that we can perform impossible tasks like Durgam kaj jagat ke jete, Sugama anugrah tumre dete. Because tumre dete means because of you. Who is you? The breath, right? Durgam kaj jagat ke jete sugam, and because of breath, which is Hanumanji, all this difficult work gets very simple. Otherwise, a simple task becomes very big, and you get overwhelmed and depressed, all that red zone area, right? So that's the beauty of Hanumanji, or the breath. How the breath should be the right breath, the right type of, I call it Chalisa breathing. Okay, Chalisa pranayam, what you may call it, right? If breath is Hanumanji, then all the accomplishment and co-creation must be linked to the science of breath or pranayam, isn't it? So that's how Durgam Kaj Jagat Ke Jete can be done. Sugama Anugraha Tumrete. It is so easy. Because of who? Because of you. Who is you? Hanumanji. Who is Hanumanji? Breath. Okay. So in all the yogic literature, the science of breath is nothing but pranayam. Okay. So what is the yogic breathing in Hanuman Chalisa? What is the right way? So I'll share with you something. Please take a very careful note of this particular section of our presentation. So in Hanuman Chalisa, you will see that there are Chalisa, there are meters, and it's a rhythmics. So every word has a particular matra, right? Jaya Hanuman Jnana Guna Sagar, and Jay Kapish Tehu Lok Ujagar, Ramadut Atulita Baladhama, Anjani Putra Pavan Sutanama. So all are 4 4 4 4. So if we inhale while reading, of course you cannot inhale while you are chanting. Remember, that's why they said जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा. He didn't say जो यह रटे हनुमान चालीसा, जो यह गाए हनुमान चालीसा. He didn't say that. He said जो यह पढ़े, which means keep your mouth shut and only read. And in doing so, you can inhale while chanting Jaya Hanuman Jnana Guna Sagar. This is inhalation, right? If you do, I'm just singing like that, but the amount of time that I took was 4 matras, right? Jaya Hanuman Jnana Guna Sagar, Jaya Kapis Tehu Lok Ujagar. Now, when I am saying Jaya Kapis Tehu Lok Ujagar, hold. So when you say Jai Hanumana Jnana Guna Sagar, when you read this, you inhale and hold. Jai Kapishitehu Lok Ujagar. रामदूत अतुलित बलधामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा. So when I'm singing like that, you just I'll make movements like when I say this, it is inhale. When I do this, it means hold, and when I do this, which means exhale, and then again I'll say hold like this. So okay, so do follow me. Just read what you listen to me, but you read and inhale and hold, exhale and hold. Okay. जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तेहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बलधामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा. So this is how you do it. If this is what is done, what happens is one full breath takes about 16 to 20 seconds. So which means there will be 3 breaths in 1 minute. Normally what we do is ordinarily we take 16 to 20 breaths per minute. When you do the Shwasayam in normal breathing, it is very shallow. It is not even going all the way into the lungs. Here what happens, you're inhaling deeply and holding it so that all the oxygen gets time to diffuse into the bloodstream. Okay. Now, when you are exhaling, you exhale completely and hold. This is what I will be discussing in the next section, next episode, how this kumbhak is so important for us. It is the most important thing in the breathing. Kumbhak is, and that's exactly what consciousness is there in that whole portion, in the zone. So Hanumanji is protecting this area and this area, but this portion is Ram actually. This portion is consciousness. And that's where the major power of breathing happens. Okay. So normally it takes about 16 to 20, but now what we are doing is we are only doing 3 breathing, 3 breaths per minute, which is like saving the amount of breaths per minute. At the same time, what we are doing, we are inhaling deeply and enriching our system with oxygen. So we are benefiting 2 ways. Okay. Now the same thing can be repeated double. You can double it now. Instead of just 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 matras, you can do 8 matras and inhale. This is little advanced yogic breathing. Most of us who are brand new to yogic breathing will hyperventilate in it. Okay, so don't try it until you do the previous one. This one is the what you do first, right? Practice this couple of years, and then you do this one. Then only you will have. And you do the entire Hanuman Chalisa this way, not just few. I'm just showing you just couple of chaupais here, but if you do the whole Hanuman Chalisa, Jo yaha padhe Hanuman Chalisa, hoye siddhi sakhi hoisa. This is what the beauty is. Now what happen is, if you do जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तेहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बलधामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा. Now what you do is, when I'm doing the singing, I'm singing actually, and that time what you do is you inhale, and when I'm doing this, you inhale, and when I'm doing this, you hold. Hold means don't do anything, just hold. And when I do this, you exhale, and when I do this, you hold again. Exhale and hold, right? This is what you do. I'll do the singing here, and you do the thing, and I'll show you how to do it. जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तेहु लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा. Now what you do the same thing again till you finish the entire Hanuman Chalisa. This is how you do Hanuman Chalisa. Now what will happen with this? One full breath you will take about 40 seconds, close to 40 seconds. 40 seconds is dynamite. I tell you right now. This is actual Kriya yogic breathing. You know, Shamacharan Lahiri Mahashay, the guru of Yukteswar ji, whose student was Paramahansa Yogananda. So Lahiri Mahashay, then Yukteswar and Paramahansa Yogananda ji, all these people have standardized 40 one breath in 40 seconds, and they do it all day long. They not only just do it all day long, they do it in their sleep also. So this is the hallmark of a yogi. An actual yogi has a total control of his breath, and in doing so he controls all the five different major bodily functions. So how Hanumanji, which means breath, controls five senses. Hanumanji is known as Panchamukhi, remember? So Pancha Pran, how breath becomes Pran. This breath or Hanumanji becomes Pran inside the system. That we will discuss later on in the next episode. So stay tuned. That is so powerful, that how the breath becomes Pran in our system, and it controls the entire body physiology. And once you control breath, you can control the entire body physiology, including the nervous system. So remember that. So yogic science is incomplete without understanding neuroscience. And neuroscience is totally incomplete without understanding the yogic science. So that's the beauty of this yogic neuroscience hybrid that has come up with together. So anyway, this is how ordinarily we breathe 16 to 20 breaths per minute, and that comes back to about from 16 to 1.5 breath per minute. Can you believe that? This is power. Now, I have seen a couple of papers where they talk about yogic breathing has actually increased the telomere length of chromosomes. Telomere length is directly proportional to how long we will live. So if we are doing this type of yoga, I have seen yogis who have been living for 300 years, and their record is like way back, and they keep healthy, and no sickness ever can happen to them. Anyway, yogic breathing in Hanuman Chalisa. With this protocol that I just showed you, what you do is you invoke Hanumanji within you. Invoke Hanumanji means becoming aware of your breath. Normally, we are not aware of our breath. The moment you become aware of your breath, you are becoming aware of Hanumanji. And that is awareness of the breath is what gives the power of Hanumanji to you. Remember that. Awareness of the breath is what gives you the power of Hanumanji. Remember that. That is deep stuff. You have brought Hanumanji from the temple outside to the temple inside you now. If you are aware. Now, if you are not aware, Hanumanji is not there then. It is shallow breathing. It is Swasayam. It is not Pranayam. Okay? The Swasayam doesn't cut it that much. It's just good enough to survive. But Pranayam is good to survive and and become co-creator. Remember that. And what is the proof that Hanumanji has come into you? You are absolutely zero fear. That is the first sign. Zero fear. A shift from sympathetic to parasympathetic nervous system has taken place. That is the proof that Hanumanji is inside. You have invoked Hanumanji. Tum rakshak kahu ko darna. With no fear of death, right? The fear of death gone, and invoking Hanumanji inside you, you have taken calculated risk. Now you can take calculated risk because there is no fear. It is a fear which incapacitates us and nothing else. Once that is gone, you can scale mountains and nothing will happen to you. And that is what causes you to become the co-creator along with consciousness, where you can accomplish anything. This is actually the vibrational alignment with consciousness through breathing. Breathing is the only way in to align yourself with consciousness. And that's when the energy, resonance energy transfer happens. Okay. And that's how you do Durgam Kaj Jagat ke jete Sugama Anugrah tum rete. Most difficult job, most difficult things easily gets done. Right? That's how this is. So Hanuman Chalisa makes you read Chalisa breathing. Chalisa breathing, the breathing, I showed you all the four stuff, 8 matras, 8 matras, like that. That is Chalisa breathing. Makes you read Hanuman Chalisa, not chant. Make you read Hanuman Chalisa, and in doing so, what you do, you are able to do the inner and outer kumbhak, which is the most powerful part of the breath cycle. Okay. Whereas it is not so in chanting. If you chant, you will use Sri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nijamanam Kuru Sudhara Barno, and you take deep breath again, and you then never pause at the between the breaths, between inhalation and exhalation. That is chanting. But you are not making the maximum use. Your 50% is lost because you are never allowed yourself to get into Ram. Or the consciousness and align yourself with energies, right? That is the big problem. That's why they said, Jo yaha padhe Hanuman Chalisa. He should have been, right? If chanting is everything, then he should have written, Jo yaha rate Hanuman Chalisa. Yeah, jo yaha bhaje Hanuman Chalisa. He would have written that, but he didn't say that. Yah jo padhe Hanuman Chalisa, hoye siddhi saki gauri. It's only when you read, then only you can do the inner and outer kumbhak, it is impossible if you just open your mouth and chant. Okay. So Nasai Rog Hare Sapa. Remember, I told you that the telomere length increases in with this kind of a breathing. So what happens is, somebody will say, well, I don't like to live that long. So if I chant Hanuman Chalisa, I will live long and I will suffer. Like if a diseased body is living long, extended life, it is a bad stuff. It is a curse actually, right? But the beauty of this kind of breathing is, even if it nase rog hare sab pira. Rog, if you are having some challenges, health challenges, it will get solved. And all your suffering will go away, right? Japat Nirantar Hanumat. Japat Nirantar Hanumat Bira means, who is Hanumat Bira? Breath. If you do the chanting with the pause, with taking care of the pause. Otherwise, if we are not taking care of the pause, breathing is not, Hanuman is not getting you to go to Ram then, right? The breath, inhalation, exhalation is not helping you go to Ram if you're not using that breath, that pause. So that pause is very, very important. Okay. Now, this particular thing we'll discuss how we get rid of all our afflictions through proper breathing. And using this, I'm going to be discussing some heavy science there, but very simply, I'll explain to you very simply. Only 4th grade people can understand this. Very, very, very simple. So don't worry about the complexity of the figures and everything that I will show you in the next episode. Okay. So we'll discuss this. In the meantime, what you do, this is how you help this channel is by subscribing it, by hitting the subscribe button, and please share this information to as many people. The whole India should know, the world should know this secret, because this is a cryptic secret which is sitting inside every word, and you have to be really cognizant of what it must be meaning. And that's why it is so important to share this with everybody as much as possible. Okay, just give it out to everybody. And if somebody does not understand English, explain to them what I explained to you in Hindi or whichever language, right? And press the like button and hit the bell icon so that you can keep getting the notification at the moment this video is uploaded onto the YouTube. Immediately you will get it. Okay, so this is what it is. Thank you so much. I appreciated your time, and good night. Thanks.